today I just wanted to take you through a quick guided tour of my pro kit. This is the kit that I would take if I wasn't really prepared for a job, if I hadn't got the full brief or it was a last minute thing or something like that. This is a lot of stuff, but it covers all bases, and I do need to downsize my kit again. I've done it so many times. You really need to try and be as thrifty as possible with your stuff when you're, you know, traveling and that sort of thing. It's a lot. So I do need to downsize again, but this is what I've got at my kit at the moment. So additionally to this, I take a director's chair and a Glam Claw lighting kit. But apart from that, yeah, this is it. Let's get started. So on the top is my blush bag, which I usually have in my Zuca, but I just haven't put it back yet. So in here is pretty much the entire range of Eyelash blushes, just because I love the texture. I love their cream blushes, and I'm not a big cream fan, but I love theirs and their highlighters and things like that. So I've got a lot of that stuff in, all colours ranging from peach, pink, red, purple, and everything in between. I have some sleek ones in here as well, and some MAC and Napoleon Purtis. So that's that. So inside the Zuca, I try and go in order of what I'm using the product, so just I can pull out my bag and know what I need straight away. So at the top should be face stuff, which also has my base things in there, and then foundation, and then eyes, and then lips. So first bag is my face stuff, which also has powders and setting and finishing powders and highlighters and things like that in there as well. But I do keep most of my primers and things in there. Now this is my kit from my last job, so I don't have, you know, I just picked bits and pieces of what I need from them. So I've got setting powders, finishing powders, I've got t.b.d powders, I have blushes and stuff, bronzers and stuff in here as well. So I have MAC bronzer, NARS bronzer, NYX bronzer, Calvin Klein bronzer, all my favourite sort of bits and pieces from all brands. I'm not really that brand focused, so I just take my favourite bits from each one, and that's what I use. This t.b.d, what's it called, Powder Rouge Contour No. 1 powder, I actually absolutely love it. It's got that grey undertone that makeup artists look for in a contour powder, and it's really pigmented, but obviously you can use it lightly, so I'm really obsessed with these at the moment, loving that. So the next one is my foundation bag. This is crazy packed at the moment. You know, I would usually take out what I need and put in what I need and things like that for different jobs, but this is covering all bases from what I have of my last job. So I've got in the top part the Eyelash skin based foundations, which I absolutely love. I have all those in there, and then under here I've got their rich liquid foundations, which are great for full coverage, like full coverage. So you want it for stage or you know, drag makeup or whatever you may be doing that needs a full coverage liquid foundation. I also have their powder foundations and cream foundations in this side. I have some Derma Blend in here at the moment because last time I needed to do tattoo coverage, so that's that. And then I have the t.b.d Starlux Cream Foundation and Media Pro Sheer Foundation. Now these were the testers from IMATS that the lady from t.b.d gave me to try, and I actually really like them. So I will be purchasing those. Now, next one should be eyes. So these are my eyeshadows. These are the ones that I use all the time. Obviously that's why they're in my kit. They've all been put into Z palette or a refillable palette just because that's the easiest way to do it. So I've got like golds and stuff in there, greens and blues and colours, and these are Eyelash shadows, Inglot shadows, Inglot and Napoleon and MAC shadows. So I really like powder shadows. I'm not really a fan of creams, as I said before. That goes with eyeshadows as well. If I need to make a cream shadow, I'll make a cream shadow. So I'll use the powder eyeshadow and I'll mix it with a mixing medium and make my own. Otherwise I've got the Makeup Forever flash palettes. So I can pretty much do whatever I need to do out of these palettes. You can you could probably just take these palettes and that's it. You could do foundation, you could do blush, lipstick, eyeshadow, whatever you need to do. You can do out of these, but I like to have stuff, so I have stuff. Okay, so this is my lip bag, last but not least, very not least. My lip bag is ridiculous. I do not need this much stuff in here. I just have not had time to sort it out. This is full of stuff that I love, yes, but I don't need it in here. So I'll show you. These are my favourite MAC lipsticks. So I've got the loose lipsticks in here, and then I've got the, I think they're called Pro palettes. Yeah, Pro lip palettes. So I've got 4 or 5 of those in there in pinks and reds and that sort of thing, which they're great because they have 6 colours in each. So you've got a brown, an orange, pink, red, and they bring out limited edition ones. So they're awesome to have even for your personal use, just because you've got so many options and it doesn't take up a lot of bench space. It's really good. I have the Inglot lipstick palette, which I think was from the summer collection. I have my Illamasqua lipsticks all in this pouch, and then I have the t.b.d. Media Pro Cream Blush palette, but they're lipsticks in here because they're running out of the little palettes at IMAT. So I got these, and they have the codes on the back luckily, because this peachy colour I'm obsessed with. It's so pretty. It looks good on all skin tones and I love it. I've been using that all the time lately. This one is lip glosses, so you've got the MAC ones and glitters and that sort of stuff, glittery lip ones in there. In here are liquid lipsticks and lip tars and things like that. And then in the bottom, yep, it's a mess. So I need to go through all that. And as I said before, with the Makeup Forever cream palettes, I really don't need this many lipsticks and things, but I do like to have, you know, the random fluoro green colour if I need it in a lipstick right there and in there, and I don't have to mix it, it's there. So I'm always going to be carrying a heavy kit and I just have to deal with that. Now, in the side of my Zuca, I carry lashes in a bag on this side. These are the red cherry ones. For natural sort of look, I like the red cherry 2-on-3s. These are even great for people that don't wear lashes or have never worn lashes or want to try lashes. They're amazing. Otherwise, the more dramatic but still on the natural side, I like the 2-on-7s because they're just a bit longer and fuller. But my personal favourite of the red cherries are the 43s. They're piecey, they're long, they're really thick at the base, but they still have a clear strip, so they're really easy to use. I love those. In this side I keep my brushes. Now these are, like, I have face brushes and things like that in a separate bag. No, my face brushes are in this bag and my eye brushes and things are in this bag. So I have them separate but easy to get to. I don't usually wear a brush belt when I'm working, just because it's distracting to keep looking down and trying to find my brushes in a brush belt. So I like to lay my brushes out on a towel so they're easy to see. I know what's clean, what's dirty, I can separate things. So that's why they're in here. They're just easier to grab. So I've got Real Techniques ones, obviously, Illamasqua MAC, and just all bits and pieces of brushes that I've fallen in love with over the years. Same with that. I have another brush canister here, a MAC brush canister, and these are like my favourite brushes that I use all the time. So they're just in here, and I just put the little canister on the desk, and that's what I do. So this is my clear set bag, and this changes more often than the Zuca. So I chop and change with this, what I need to take, what I don't need to take, and things like that. This first bag is primers, eye primers, MAC paint pots. There's gel liners in here, a few pigments. Just my favourite little bits and bobs for eye priming work, NYX pencils and mixing mediums and stuff like that in there. This is my bag full of little moisturisers and toners and things like that. There are actually a lot of Bioderma samples in here, which is fantastic because I just got them from the chemist when I discovered the first chemist in Australia that had Bioderma. I was so excited, and the lady gave me all these samples which have been amazing, so I'm going to go buy those. There's a eyelash bag, so I've got eyelash glue and tweezers, and there's actually spatulas and eyelash curlers and things in there. These are my concealers. So I've got the MAC concealer palettes and concealer colour wheel and things like that in there. I have the Illamasqua pigments in here, which I love. I have, I think, all of them. They're amazing. I just hate the container that they come in. They spill everywhere, and like every time I open them I have to be prepared for spillage, so I have a paper towel ready to put it on the paper towel and take them out. The product is amazing, the case sucks. In here I have glitters and things that if they opened in my kit I would cry, because it happened before and I went through a roll of sticky tape to clean it all out the day before a massive cover shoot for a magazine, so I could have no glittery stuff whatsoever in there, and it went everywhere, and I've learnt, and it stays away from my Zuca and it stays in a zip bag. I have disposables in here. I have my pencils, no that's not my pencils. I have my pencils in this bag, so I've got lip pencils on this side and eye pencils on this side, so that includes my browns and my colours and my blacks and things like that all in there. That's downsized quite dramatically. I have a lot of pencils as well. These are face and body foundations and that sort of thing in there. This is my mascara and eyebrow stuff, so eyebrow gels and eyebrow pencils and things like that in here. And then I have face wipes, obviously, spare powder puffs and sponges. Beauty So Clean. Everybody should really have this, to be honest, like, something like this, some sort of sterilising spray. Even in your personal stuff, I like to clean mine all the time just to make sure things are clean and hygienic, and you know, if you have a pimple or something going on and you've gone over it, the germs aren't still living in there, just give your stuff a clean, it's so easy. So these are my Ben Nye. I've got the foundation palette and the contour and blush palette. And to be honest, I could just use this palette, both palettes. I could use this palette for everything if I went somewhere, if I really needed to take a small kit, I could just take this, because these colours, they can do everyone. They can do the palest of skin and the darkest of skin. You can mix them up, and they have all the blush colours in there as well. So, you know, I could do eyes, lips, face, contour, everything with this one palette, but I choose to be a hoarder and take lots of stuff. This is the foundation palette, matte foundation palette. So yeah, well loved. I love this stuff. So easy. And that's it for inside. So outside I have my MAC Fix Plus, which I put into this spray bottle because I just prefer the way it comes out to the big Fix Plus one. We have Ombre Elise in here, Elizabeth Arden, hand sanitizer, there's a beauty blender in there. This side I've got my Savannah Paw MAC brush cleaner and some Bioderma. I also carry a jar of coconut oil because I love to use this stuff on everything. I use it dry skin, I use it if the model's got flyaways, hair, I use it if I need some shine on the body or whatever else. This stuff is amazing, and this is just pure coconut, but I make mixtures of coconut and avocado oil and things like that as well because it's awesome and it smells great. So that's pretty much it. That's inside my pro kit. The stuff that I would take yeah, on the road with me. I will do a video of my personal stuff. It's a lot different actually to what I use here. I mean, I would use any of this any day of the week on myself, but my personal stuff is a lot different. There's a lot of high-end, a lot of, you know, chemist, drugstore sort of stuff as well. Yeah, so aside from this, I take my director's chair and my Glam Claw lighting kit, and that's it.